Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the 100th episode of the NI Sports Podcast.
Oh, fuck. Fuck, that sounds weird.
Yeah, it's a bit of reverb on the clap, but
reverb.
we can add that in post.
Alex Skillen.
Alex
Reverb.
Skitzing. Alex Skitzing. Welcome, boys.
We made it.
We made it. First milestone.
Almost didn't make it after the weekend, but...
Standard Steve comment. Look, I think there was a stat we brought up early on. I don't even know if it was Green Room or if it was on the pod, but like you'd be able to attest to this, Brandon. It was that like after 3 episodes or something, like you do better than 50% of podcasts or something like that.
Yeah.
So I think at the 100th episode, we're probably in the top 1 percentile, surely.
Yeah, we got to be right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Well, I know that I'm one of one human beings that have ever walked the face of the planet to do a certain thing, which we did on the weekend that you bailed on, which we're meant to do for this episode.
don't put me in with him.
But yeah, so I know I'm one of one, but I guess if you're happy being in the 1 percentile, then yeah.
I definitely know you're one of one. I brought it up last week that like the things that you do and that you should never actually give advice to anyone because you don't play by the rules of physics and conventional society. Like you run your own race, which is all good for you, but it's not good for the rest of us.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, I'm happy to be your friend because Jesus Christ, it's a
Boys, just before we get into that, I'd just like to throw back. Steve, do you remember, because I don't remember, when we first come up with the concept to start this, like what your initial thoughts, like were you going, oh, it sounds pretty gay, or like, you know what I mean? Like, oh, it's
respectfully gay.
respectfully.
You know, or even you, Steve, like you obviously come on at what, ep 35-ish?
Yeah, 35. Yeah, and my first episode was 36, sorry.
And I think we've told the story how you didn't even recall the conversation of the passing of the baton between Tyler and yourself. So
yeah, no, very blackout.
But when I messaged you, say the next day, and like, what were your initial thoughts? Like, and apparently on the piss, you were excited and that keen. That's why.
Yeah, that's exactly
I jumped the
right.
gun and said, "You're on, brother. You're in the bio. There's no pulling back."
Yeah,
now.
you definitely.
You're in the caption.
You definitely knew there was blood in the water and trapped me pretty early on, and were like, "Yeah, we've announced it. We've done a little post on the story." Yeah, and I'm like, "Oh fuck, I've got to do this," because the next day you wake up with like regrets. And I'm going to be 100% honest with you. I've told everyone else the story, but I don't know if I've told you this. But like initially, like I always wanted to do something like this, but I always just used to think like, fuck, that's gay. Like respectfully, like,
and unhomophobically,
like, with the utmost respect, because I always used to think like, I'm not funnier than Hamish and Andy. I'm not funnier than the unemployed.
I don't have the stats that bloke in a bar has.
I don't have the stats. Like, so what can I offer? Really, that was always my first little hurdle I could ever jump over.
Not much.
And not much. Couldn't offer much. And then the first night we ever come in here and did it all together, I come out and I remember thinking, and I've said this before, that like I couldn't give a fuck if we never made money off it because it was so much fun.
Yeah.
I was like, I could do this literally, making no money. This is just something like a little hobby. It's fun. It's fucking awesome. Yeah. And that was 65 episodes ago.
Yeah. Doesn't at the same time it doesn't feel like it's been, you know what I mean?
It took you guys like 4 years to record 35 episodes. So I suppose that's why it probably feels like such a long time.
We were doing like FIFO episodes, like 1 week on, 1 week off.
Correct. Rocks and Diamonds,
Didn't help
Cowboys.
Captain was out of town as well. I think we really hit the ground running when I come back, and
we all 1,000,000%.
Because it's just made that accountability. It's like we're doing this every week, no matter what.
Yeah.
But you's had that little promotional podcast, like talking business, like whatever.
Yeah.
And then I think you wanted to go more into the content game. So then you hit me up like to do with sports. It was more to do with sports and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Obviously fucking me being heavy gambling addict, heavy sport watcher.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then I dropped a little Easter egg, a couple of episodes of Avenue 2, because that's what originally it was going to be called.
I don't know. I don't know where that come from. I think
Brando had the mock logos and shit done up to it.
This is the first I'm hearing of this.
Yeah. And then I said, why don't we call it why don't we use nice as the branding for it? Because obviously, everything that I had done with nice, like in terms of the fucking events and stuff like that. And it's just such a sick name. Like, you hear so many people say that tagline.
Just in their vocabulary as like a normal phrase.
I say it all the time. I
Yeah.
hear people say it all the time. I
Yeah.
was doing this respectfully gay little thing for a little while where I was going like, people are like, yeah, nice. I'm like, sports. And they're like, what? I'm like, yeah, no, sports. And they're like, are you having a stroke? I'm like, no.
No, that's just my Ned's username.
Yeah. No, I have a podcast, and they're like, oh, yeah. So
One of them guys.
I pretty much cut that out after like 3 weeks, I think. But
So I was keen as when and I felt the same as you, bro. I was fuck me, man. I don't have a good voice. I don't like listening back to my voice. I've got a phenomenal vocabulary when I'm writing, when I'm sending an email or a text or arguing over text.
and you've done a lot of that.
Phenomenal. Like, I'm unbeaten. Like,
Yeah.
in arguments with like girlfriends and stuff like that. Like, you can't. It has to be over the phone if you want to get to me.
Yeah.
Because if it's over text, like, I'm so fucking
You're methodical. You think
bro.
the shit through.
My structure,
Genuine poet.
4D chess.
my structure, my grammar, like everything. It's like, I've got an overarching theme of the text that I'll follow up with like fucking very good evidence and then tie it back into the original point.
Could have been a lawyer.
Peer-reviewed references.
Of why we're arguing.
Well, I mean, your older brother is a partner at a high-end law firm in Brisbane.
Yeah. So, I was always keen, man. And like to echo your statements, Jack, would be, I continually just do this for fun anyway. So the fact that we've actually made it in some sort of sense by being aligned with one of the biggest bookies in Australia, and we actually get fucking
Money.
The business. We've actually set up a company structure, and it's fucking.
I'm a director of a company.
And it's generating revenue. It's actually pretty baffling. So
I think even when we set it up, like, I was probably just naive, like, to what it could become, because when you just have like an entrepreneurial mind like myself and Tyler does, like, you think of things and then you might start them, but then you might fall off the wagon, or you don't think things long term. You're just like, oh, this is a cool concept. Let's start it, see what happens. And I guess you're not thinking, oh, fuck, how many eps are we going to do? Will we give up after whatever? It's just like, let's just do it and see what happens. And we're still here. And I think, we can all agree we're progressing in the right direction. So I think it's pretty cool. Eh?
And just on that, I guess, in those initial days, it was, me and you were just so excited every week just to produce content. So I think that's what really held it together for those first couple of years. We were always just so genuinely excited to come here. It wasn't like a burden, and we still feel that way. So
and maybe that is why these other pods don't last, because I've got a genuine passion for creating content, editing, putting something out there, and then getting seeing feedback, like, the cunts get around this, or do they not? Maybe iterate from there. So that I've always had a genuine passion for that.
Well, like, collectively, I'm pretty sure we've all listened back to every episode, for me, bar one. But like just because, like, and it's not
chicken.
like shout out chicken. Saw him last week. Now, it's not because, like, oh yeah, I love hearing the sound of my voice. It's just that I'm genuinely like, I listen back, like, what was good, what wasn't good. And it's not even for the fact of like, oh, I want to eventually make money out of this. It's just because I want to have a better piece of content that people enjoy. And you're exactly right, Brendan. There's so many people out there we've seen in the NRL space, the AFL space, like, even like influencer pages. Like, we just saw the Swag on the Beat boys. They start theirs. The 28-year-old male, he's just started his. And I'm not saying they will succeed or they will fail, but like we have seen that many a time get to around about the 30 episode mark or something, and it'd be like, I think that they initially went in with like, oh, how sick would it be? We just come in once a week, talk shit, and we're just like, that's that's it. We're killing it. That's our income. And it's like, that's not what we're doing it for, if that makes sense. Like, well, that's what I'm not doing it for. Like,
yeah. And I think maybe people that, come into it like, let's start a pod so we can get deals and make money. Yeah, like if that's your intention from the start, you're never going to do it forever because you don't love doing it.
You don't love doing it. Whereas,
and
I fell in love after the first episode. Yeah,
it's just fun.
Yeah. Okay, sorry, I didn't mean to get all fucking heavy on you.
I'm
pouring my fucking heart out, and Brandon's like, it's fucking fun.
It's fun. F-U-N.
It's fun. Yeah, F-U-N. Mark Border, shout out. Yeah.
It's been a good ride, boys. 100 down.
100 more to go.
Don't know how many more to go.
100 more to go, easy.
100 only more to go.
Well, we should
Imagine if someone done that, started a podcast, said, righto.
With a definitive end.
Like, I'm only going to do 200 pods and say it like takes
That's
off.
like an NFT cunt.
Yes, at like the 50 episode mark, and you're kind of counting down like, well, I've only got 150 left. That'd make this good.
That'd be Tyler's biggest dream.
Yeah.
Ticking him off, going, fuck yeah, only 20 to go.
Like an advent calendar cunt.
Yeah, he'd be starting to do them every day.
Yeah, I know. Well, boys, on that, did we want to take a little trip down memory lane at some reels that we've produced over the last, what was it, 2022, around May or March we started, Steve?
I believe it was March 2022.
Yep.
Yeah.
I can't remember.
So we're 2.5 years in, coming up on the 3-year mark.
That's crazy. And at 100 ep, so yeah, if you average that out, yeah, we definitely started slow based on we're going to do one a week. But
Yeah.
But we haven't missed a week since you come on, I don't think.
In the early stages when you and I were limping along, missing fucking videoing episodes.
But in terms of you just turning up, I think you've turned up every week. Maybe one that you just
one
didn't,
where we just were away or something. But
yeah.
Since you come to Rocky and you've been here, like, yeah, we definitely haven't missed a week.
I am the captain now.
Yeah.
And just quietly, I think we should probably be meeting the 200 episode mark by the end of next year if everything goes well.
Well, yeah. Is that right? Yeah.
2 episodes a week.
Oh, 2 episodes a week, yeah.
Oh, yeah, shit. Yeah.
Oh, shit.
Oh, shit. Oh, shit.
Little Easter egg there for you guys.
Yeah, little Easter egg.
Yeah.
And little Easter egg for you, the second Senny, you've heard me talk about Sennies. Listen to the same song 100 times in a row. That was meant to be the preface for this episode. The first one we decided on was the Royal Otis cover of Linger, which was the focal point of a lot of heavy chat about him looking like a woman, sounding like a woman, is a bloke, and the other thing playing the guitar next to him. And if you turn,
so it wasn't just me.
No, like that. Yeah, that's been and said before. Like,
okay.
Yeah.
Well, when you said today, haha, cunt, you're a joke, I was like, oh, fuck.
Maybe because I've been right into that band for a while.
And I'm like, this is the first time I've heard of it.
I'm like, surely you're just pulling the piss.
No, genuinely, like, and you know what else I find funny? That Sirius XFM, like, who have taken the Triple J concept, have like an Australian band who had done like a versions for
another,
have taken an Australian band that's done like a versions. Their most popular song is a cover they've done for an American radio station that has copied that. Like, it's very ironic.
Yeah.
I feel. Yeah.
And bro, that's like taken off. That song now, that cover gets played on like mainstream radio.
I hear it twice a day.
Yeah.
Donna,
at our
shout
office.
out Donna in the office.
Loves
loves
out
fucking
Denise in the office, loves it.
104, no, 104.7, 107.9. Yeah, twice a day.
yeah,
How disgusting that they play the same songs like 10 times a day. It's actually
The amount of
gives me head
time.
noise.
There's 2 songs. It's that Sabrina Carpenter Taste.
Espresso? Oh, Taste, yeah.
Which is also a weird fucking song if you hear the lyrics. She's talking about tasting. If you're hooking
it's
up
very
with my
sexualized.
ex-boyfriend,
Yeah.
you're going to taste me because he
Nice.
licked me out, which is fucking like, what?
That's hot.
She's hot as fuck, so I'll let
That's
her go.
hot.
Okay, well, you let it- and then the other one is that Taylor Swift song where it's like something about like avoid my boyfriend like. Oh, no, I'm sounding like Lily Allen now. Fucking hell.
Man,
Look at the mound.
I just can't think of the chorus.
And the fucking rhythm and shit. But
it makes me sick to my
it makes me sick to my stomach. Every time Donna gets out of the office, I'm like, boom, Triple J. Because Triple J's actually revived itself, I feel.
Yeah, I reckon a little bit as well.
Yep.
Yeah.
So I don't know who's...
Well, they've gone back to a little bit because they went away. They started playing like heaps of popular American rap and stuff. They've now sort of... They've now come back to playing more Aussie bands and stuff, I find, which is like obviously their roots. But anyway.
And then which has never been done in the history of mankind, me and Rob did the 150, raised the bat, John Farnham, Two Strong Hearts. Mm-hmm. That had never been done. Me and Brody did the double Senny. We did the back-to-back fucking...
Same song or different song?
Different song.
What song?
Second song was Bleeding Love by Leona Lewis. Went for 4 minutes 20.
What time did you get out of here?
Midnight.
Brother. Yeah.
And we were in here
That is a hard second song.
We were in here at like 6 a.m. and we didn't get out of here till midnight.
Did you cry at any of the choruses?
Nah, I didn't cry, but we were screaming everyone. Like,
Jesus.
It's such a good song. To the point...
It's good, like...
To the point...
like twice.
No.
100 times is insane.
Bro, it's like...
You must have been delirious.
No, you don't understand...
Delirium. Lady Hawk.
You don't understand how good a Senny... Like...
I am going to have to do one.
Theoretically, it sounds like it's like a form of torture.
Which they used to do in Guantanamo Bay and Abu Ghraib.
But practically...
Yep.
The song gets better and better and better every time, to the point where the TV wasn't loud enough, max at 100, that I was sitting where you are just to get closer to the speaker to listen to it louder, to sing it louder, and it just kept getting better and better and better.
Yeah, I think maybe the prisoners in Abu Ghraib and Guantanamo Bay maybe didn't have alcohol to assist them, but...
other things, but yeah.
Enhanced interrogation.
Yeah. So good.
Trip down memory lane.
Let's strip down memory lane.
So what do we want to start with? The very start?
Let's go back to the start.
Okay.
No worries.
Where every good... what do they call that? Like, you know, in How I Met Your Mother, Seinfeld, Friends, they do that, like, recap episode where they, like, reminisce about all the episodes you might have missed.
Not sure.
Sometimes
there has to be a name
words
for it,
escapes us. So
correct.
That's all right.
Anyway, let's start at the start.
Further ado.
Let's start at the start.
I'm not done yet. I'm coming back.
Fucking the dog.
Yeah, legit. So his last touchdown throw, the ball, like someone bought it and then they ended up reselling it. So someone's bought the ball like the day before he announced he's coming back, like $500K US.
Yeah.
And then he's like saying, I'm coming back now. So that like it sold at an auction. So this person's $500K in the clink.
Wow. In the kink
That's
of
a big
stinker.
comeback.
So boys, that was Tom Brady when he retired for the first time, and bought this ball at the auction, like his last game ball. Am I remembering that correctly, Steve?
Yeah, I'm remembering that correctly, and then came back and played for the Tampa Bay Buccaneers.
First thing I want to point out there is me rocking the bucket hat there.
The Dulux bucket.
Fucking absolutely elite.
Where did that end up? Because that didn't get too many runs after that.
I don't know, but I need it back. I think someone stole it fucking from...
I'll have to hit up Jazza.
Yeah, it was Big Jazza.
Yeah. I mean, I have to get a stockpile of them soon. Or we're going to have to make our own because they're fucking elite. And then two, mixed with the fucking rum Torley. Like, I need to start bringing them
for
back.
episode 1.
Yeah.
Just setting the foundation early, eh?
Yeah. So that's fucking elite content right
Every
there.
good thing built is based off good foundations.
Straight off the
so
bat.
good.
Honestly, my big take, I personally think like Rabbitohs will struggle to make the 8 this year.
Yeah, wow.
Just like, I think Renault missing piece.
Someone hold this cunt accountable for
yeah.
that.
Renault missing piece, like after the grand
probably
final
true,
loss.
This
like,
is Tyler, by the way.
You always got
Not
doubts in
me.
the back of your head. Few people have moved on from the club.
Hello, darkness.
So in that clip, it's got Rabbitohs beat Roosters 28-16. So I'm not sure what round. It doesn't say what round that is.
Yeah, I think that was round 4, something like that.
Yeah, fuck.
Yeah.
And I've got this next one. I think this is a similar hot take that didn't come off. So
This is going to be a pretty fun episode for Lexi to be a switcher on because he can't hear any of this. So
Oh,
you can't.
I forget about that. Jesus.
we're gonna be sitting here for 30 seconds of silence while
Yeah.
he's just fucking
He's like-
twiddling his thumbs.
Yeah, like, what the fuck do I do?
So I heard a stat on the Hello Sport podcast. One of the dribblers
Yeah.
phoned in. He said the Storm have not
That still
won
hasn't changed.
against the Eels without Cameron Smith in their side since 2006 or
Storm
2009.
haven't beaten the Eels without him.
Without Cameron Smith in the side.
Moses' kick has hit the upright stone. Oh my goodness!
So I'll break that one down. Eels win 28-24. I've got the score there, and it was like a last-minute field goal attempt. Ricochet, Ray Stone catches it, steps, does his ACL, and then scores at the same time. So
Yeah.
Trip down memory lane, when you boys started, I was an avid
Oh,
listener. I remember listening to it, and this was, I don't even know when you posted it, but I remember hearing that, and I was like, fuck it, I'm going to change my tip from the Storm to the Eels.
Nice.
Because wait, who won?
yeah,
The Eels won.
Eels, bro.
Yeah.
28-24. Yeah.
Changed the tip, and I remember watching the game and being like, holy fuck, next episode you started with like, the stats don't lie, brother. It's
Which
just...
is wonder where the Book of Eli, like maybe
Yeah.
that started coming up then.
Nah,
like-
Book of Eli really, because obviously I started listening back to all the episodes. Book of Eli doesn't really start until about episode 15.
yeah, okay.
How many rules are in the book? And when are we going to get the book? Fucking.
Well, I've been looking on Temu. I've been on Temu this week, like looking up parchments and
Do we
stuff.
just pay some gookie on Upwork and say, fucking, can you listen to all the fucking...
No, because
all the
when we
episodes and
go
write
full,
down
when we
and-
go full time, it'll take like 3 days.
No, but just to get all the actual rules, bro. Like,
Yeah.
because you started it, but you obviously
Yeah.
didn't finish it.
No, but just leave it with me.
Okay.
Surely you can put that into your fucking AI llama or whatever it's called and fucking.
I'll have a look at it actually.
Say every time we say put that in the book of Eli
or Eli. Every time Eli mentioned, please raise it. with me.
timestamp it.
I'll have a look at that.
Yeah,
Righto.
like
yeah.
maybe 30 seconds before. Or yeah,
Llama.
timestamp it so then we
Yeah.
can fucking.
You added 2 rules on the weekend that I haven't added, so it's up to rule 36.
There's more than that, man. I've been adding in like one a day
Yeah,
sometimes.
but what episode did you get up to, Steve-O, doing this?
Episode 20.
yeah, so
And then I
out of
sort of peeled
100.
out. Yeah, I've still
So
got to go back through
Even
a fair
if you
bit.
just base that 20 episodes, what you had 30 there, like we've
Oh
got
no! Basically, like those 20 episodes, I don't think I got a single rule out. These have all been rules since we decided to start jotting them down, which
Yeah.
I think was about episode 60.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah,
They'd be close.
it's-
They'd be closer to 50.
I reckon 50.
there's a couple of
60, yeah.
addendum rules and stuff like that. So
Yeah.
Little clauses we've added. I feel like, Steve, you can't just add shit. We've got to somehow relate it to a pod during a podcast. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but it's
Because it's like us vetting the rule live, and
Yeah.
we're all going, "Nah, it's got to be this." Or
yeah, but it's funny that it started out so serious. Like I'm pretty sure the very first one was don't have the same leg of like
Yes.
a multi in
that is
like
100% correct.
in multiple bets. And it started out so serious, like
And
this-
Ll tell you what the most recent rule is that I can see on the addendum list.
Yeah, well,
hurt people. That's what the
that's such a great rule as well. Fuck, that was getting a run on Sunday. I'll tell you that
my
much.
God.
To the point where we almost had Leah to get a tattoo across her lower back. Like,
Hurt people, hurt people.
hurt people can't.
it's
Like,
just it's like manifested into like a
Life
a
advice.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's,
no.
it's the book of daily stoicism. Yeah.
which is fucking phenomenal because there's so many so much out of life advice that can be applicable to gambling. So
And it's like you've got so many of these rules you follow with gambling. Now you're just on to improving your life because you've improved the gambling part.
Yeah. What's the
You've
next
morphed
step? After you improve gambling, what is the next step?
Yeah.
Improving your life. Yeah.
exactly. So you
So
can
the-
gamble more.
It's a one key solution,
So
really.
the book's like, natural progression. And then once you get to improving your life, you just go back to improving gambling because
Yeah.
you might need to touch up on a few
Full
things.
circle.
Yeah.
Hurt people.
people,
And what
hurt
was the
people.
one I said today? The road to heaven feels like hell. The
Yeah.
road to hell feels like heaven, brother.
And then you had one on the weekend. Fuck, I want to half
It's
bring it
basically
up.
just sayings now, eh?
Yeah, but like good sayings.
Look
like,
at the moon.
look at the moon.
Should we get into the next one, boys?
Yeah.
Let's get into the
Reel
next one.
4 on the Yeah Nice Sports page.
You've got one choice here. Sonny Bill. Run it straight 3 times in a row with him or last 2 minutes in the boxing ring with him.
2 minutes. Whoa.
After watching him beat Big Bad Barry.
I'm getting knocked out either way. So
Yeah, but I reckon. But if
I'd
you
probably just take the ring, so it's just clean. Just
you reckon it's
it's
over and done. Pretty
I
quickly.
personally
reckon 3 run it straight. It's like he'd fucking though.
Nah.
He'd fucking rock you, but like
yeah, but the run
cunt's a weasel now.
Says to come with 7 ACL reconstructions.
What would you do, Steve-O? Just taking that
Ring.
question.
Ring.
that
Ring.
holds true still.
Yeah, ring.
2 minutes in the ring.
Now,
yeah.
just real quickly before we continue, your Rule 94 from the weekend, which is just a saying for life, necessity is the mother of all invention.
Wow.
Yeah, that was...
And that's, you don't know about this, but because we couldn't leave within I started to tell you in the green room, because you can't leave within earshot of the music playing source when you're doing a setting. Very, very important rule. We couldn't either let people in.
So you can't just pause it and like...
Not a
so
chance.
what would have happened if you couldn't hear it in the toilet, or you just would have went to Wonstel's?
Just where it would have been over. Like you would have either
You
had
would have
to,
failed it.
you would either had to start it again.
So you didn't check it before you started, right?
We did check it.
Oh, you
before.
did, you
That's
did.
how
Okay.
serious like this shit is,
So
man.
you just would have went, we can't do it here, if that was the case.
If that was the case, yeah, we wouldn't have been able to do it unless like we were fucking pissing in a bottle or some shit. But like to either let people in or get supplies, like Steve-O dropped off all these fucking potato chips and playing cards and shit like that, because you're allowed to do shit while you fucking got this in the background. We had the bin with this extension lead, which worked out we had that much lead left to give. Tied, undid my lace of my shoe, tied the extension lead to the bin, put the bin out the window like that, wheeled it down like a fucking...
so he didn't even come up.
Like we were fetching water out of a fucking well and then pulled the shit back up.
No.
Or if someone did have to come in, we'd put the key in the fucking basket, lower it down.
So you've done that to get the supply package from
Yeah,
Steve-O?
yeah.
Fuck,
They would unlock the door, come up, take the key back with them, lock the door. We'd wheel down the bin. They'd put it in the thing, and we'd scurry it back up like we're in fucking Beaconsfield Mine or some shit.
Fuck, I wish we got a video of that.
Yeah, well, Leah's got a video, and
Oh, she does, yeah.
and another person that I will not name has a video.
Nice. We're getting to the next one, yeah?
Yeah. I want to see.
What? Hold on, what? Oh, yeah. Wait for me, man.
For me, man.
All right, this is Reel 5 on
I've
the,
lost visual.
it's the page.
Go hard on it because I really do back this, and if this fails, then I
There we go.
will
Hot
probably
take.
not give up gambling, but I will do something. I'll do a gambling break.
We need to bring back them. I'd see like I've done a lot of those.
Well, did it lose or what?
Well, must have if it's saying I've seen better days.
Yeah,
What's
fuck.
the caption say?
See, I want to see
Two
cunts go
things
hard
happened
on it
here.
because I really do back this, and if
The
this
three-piece was a disaster, and Steve did not give up gambling.
Okay.
That's the caption there. What was the three-piece in the soda?
the three-piece
It was like a
was
segment or something,
It
right?
was a Seguiaro.
three pieces like our bet text. It was meant to be our best 3 bets of the week, and we all multi them together, and then we thought we were going to become rich
Well,
over that.
based off our bet
Bet
tech
tech.
record, like how many
There's
times
been
all
two,
of us have like
2 times we've all won
all
together.
won the same thing? Like that's
Yeah.
terrible.
And that's why I was saying if this loses, I was so confident in it, but
That's
yeah.
why
Gambling is actually hard.
That's why you've seen better days. Yes, that's why there's bookie on every corner, boys.
2 things happened here. the 3-piece was a disaster, and Steve did not give up.
gambling.
Prime example, bro. Which we're burning bridges, but
Just quickly here, the caption says, "Guess the player we're talking about." So
Oh,
obviously,
wow.
we don't mention it in this clip, but if you listen
well,
to the pod,
fuck,
you
We're
would.
consistent.
yeah, was in like the last seasons of his career. Like there was a game I was watching where he went for the dummy when the
Oh,
I know who we're
Yeah,
talking
I
about.
think we'll be
Bundy
up-
run black polo.
No,
What?
that's like a
like a linen. Button.
not a linen,
Sports material.
Oh, it's not like a
Like
silk.
workwear, no?
Yeah, like silk, like the NI Sports.
Looks like a
Polo.
workwear shirt, bro. Almost.
Yeah. It's sort of like a canvasy
Where did
material.
that end up?
Yeah, I don't know. That's fucking shirt's elite. The Bundy rum fucking hot in summer, like sweaty, but elite cunt.
Yeah. But yeah, do you remember the player?
Yeah.
Yeah. We may as well say him now.
Yeah. boy.
Rhymes with Arius. Arius Oid.
Arius Oyster.
Yeah. I think, and he was the first one, like,
Yeah.
put him
Yeah,
on
he's first one of the
the
wall.
wall of shame. Yeah.
Correct.
They'll never come on this
Well,
pod.
if we ever reached a certain height and we're fucking fishing for any of these names as guests, like they're going to be like, oh, well, bro, what about episode fucking 5 where you're saying you fucking
just trash me.
yeah.
Although wouldn't that be bittersweet? It comes to one day down the track and we're retiring the pod. It's like, let's try get on the Hall of Shame, Wall of Shame guest to close out the podcast.
Yeah, that'd be a good goal.
There was a few that like,
And send him the clip.
yeah.
After the
Before. And
No.
Be like, do you still want to come on?
No. Right at the end of the episode, they're on.
Be like, hey, we've got a clip
we've
here.
got a clip where we
Yeah.
plugged you early on.
Yeah.
It's
Do you
like, he's
wanna-
terrible. Fuck him off.
Yeah.
And can we play the full clip?
Tyler talking about Sonny Bill. He's a weasel now. We've got Sonny Bill in the chair.
Sorry, this is the rest of the clip here.
And he went for the dummy rather than going for the man to make the tackle as last man defending. He went for the dummy and the cunt hadn't even dummied the ball yet.
I remember that. He's so ingrained in my
Vividly,
mind.
yeah.
So
What, the
ingrained in my
argument
mind.
or just the whole clip?
No, I
I
think
do
the
remember
clip.
the
Him
game,
dummying.
man. And
or dummying.
he's gone for the dummy literally like a second before the cunt had even thrown the dummy. It was so blatant. It was so bad.
Yeah.
Yeah. And that's
Shout out to Ari.
that's how like vehemently I was like running him down too, like with passion and like spite and
We may have to beep this part, but do you remember what we talked about after that episode 2 weeks ago
I don't.
about a certain Arius Oid?
Yes.
So maybe he just had other things on the mind.
Yeah. I remember.
Yeah.
Very nice. We'll go to the next one.
It's number one trending.
Yeah, it's second to Joe Rogan's punters.
Joe Rogan, Punters Club.
Our punters club is bigger than Joe Rogan's.
Isn't that something we brought back?
Just
For
they did the Neds ad.
the skit.
Bigger open group on Neds and Joe Rogan.
Yeah. So
Doesn't have one. Doesn't have one. Nah.
Joe Rogan Punters Club.
That should be. We should put that on the website, like bigger punter club than Joe Rogan.
Let's buy the domain.
Joe Rogan punters club.
Fuck, that's still relevant. Maybe we should look
Maybe we
in-
should buy that domain.
we should look into that.
I'm with that.
what, Joe Rogan
Punters Club. Yeah.
100%.
Yeah, I like that.
And put that on our fucking website.
That's good stuff.
Need a marquee.
Just before we jump into this one, there was a stage on the podcast where we would just rotate some friends in for like, because I think we used to do it on a Friday, right? So,
Thursday.
but
Yeah.
when I would come back, I think we done it on a Friday because that was the only time
And
I
then you
could
should
do
hit
it.
the goat and fucking get slizzard.
Not necessarily the goat, but we would be like drinking or whatever. So we'd invite some friends up, and then naturally we got a couple on. So I believe this is one where maybe one of our first outside of the pod guests come on the show.
Dining if they are going to be a premiership contender, which to be honest they're not at the moment, but they've got some
Talking about
pieces there
Knights
that
here
look
by the
good.
look of the
Like,
caption.
front and back row is phenomenal. Like I rate them. I rate it highly. Yeah, I think though, like Ponga signing for 5 years. I think there's got to be someone in the pipeline that he's aware of. Like I know he said he loves the club, he loves
sound
it,
weird, eh?
Newcastle, like he loves the lifestyle and everything. But I think deep down he probably knows that the current roster they've
Might have
got
been
the
Crook
potential,
or
but they're
might
just
have
not
something
there.
up my
So
gullet.
signed a 5-year deal. I know
Sex
he's a
change.
true
I reckon
athlete.
put
He
him in
wants
the halves.
he wants to
I was
win.
about to say that.
Yeah, he
5'8",
wants-
Oh,
6.
casters.
What do you
Yeah, I was
think?
waiting for it.
I think
was.
5'8",
And what, trying to
more.
pick up like a Hamaso or something at fullback or
Yeah, don't know what the
Very, very analytical, that reel.
Funnily enough, you weren't in it, so that's probably why you actually weren't in. But maybe you rotated casters in because I think that was your seat there for mate.
It must have been.
Just for like a short part of the.
Oh, he was doing fucking SoCal. That's what that episode was.
Oh,
Was it?
yeah.
SoCal.
Yeah, it might have been, yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, wow.
How elite's the daytime fucking...
Yeah, the backdrop.
daytime. I played that one, actually. That's
This one?
funny. Yeah, that's Reynold.
Is this the Chavo?
That's
yeah.
Reynold, yeah.
He used to DJ in Rocky.
Yeah.
Because, mate, anyways,
Chris Royal.
his cousin,
Yup.
no, his missus's cousin, my older sister.
His missus' cousin works with Reynolds' sister. No, this is
His cousin or something like that.
Getting less credible.
No,
guys.
no, that's perfect because that's how. Yeah.
That yeah, he's won MasterChef, so you got to keep it real fucking quiet.
A past DJ that used to work at the Goat, who's mates with Jimmy Walker. His missus' cousin works with
Sister.
Reynolds'
You forgot the sister.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, works with Reynolds'
Yeah.
Perfect.
Oh, fucking hell.
You know, I used to think that we carried it on when we talked about it in later eps, but we never did. That was even
Yeah.
better.
We were understating.
We were
it, I think.
understating how convoluted the connection was.
Well, that only come up not so many eps ago because
Yeah.
there was what was the most recent version of the Reynolds?
Oh, the
AFL grand final. Dally M's. Brownlow.
Brownlow.
yeah, fucking.
Bro, and listen to that yarn. An ex-Rocky DJ that is friends with Jimmy Walker's Mrs. cousin. And she works with Reynolds' sister. Like,
at a cafe in Sydney.
that's fucking 10 degrees of separation.
More than anyone possibly could be on Earth. I think the most amount you can get in Earth is 6 degrees of separation.
Yeah.
We got to 10.
And the fucking fact that bet just spread like wildfire, man. Like,
And it wasn't like it was a lie at the start. Like, oh, I know Reynald or I know Reynolds' sister. That was the bet from the go. It's like,
yeah.
oh yeah, ex DJ Rocky's sister's cousin,
Yeah.
fucking Jimmy Walker's associate in his sister's cafe in Sydney, and people still just went, oh fuck yeah, put
can't.
500 on it.
God.
And what was it? It wasn't even paying like.
$3.
Yeah, well,
was
like it
$3.
wasn't anything crazy. And then at
but
the
$3
ad breaks,
is
it started-
$3 is $3.
man.
If you know it's a sure thing, it's
Yeah.
like,
Bro, and money won is a lot sweeter than money earned, and that is definitely in the book, bro.
Stockbroking investors usually take about 3 years to get $3 back on their investment.
Well,
like,
yeah,
in regards
reta-
to ratio.
And
yeah.
ROI, bro,
Yeah.
like 11%.
Yeah.
Fuck me, bro. I've been watching these fucking roulette videos on YouTube, these strategies, man. Holy fuck, cunt. I'm going to show you a couple of them. Like, the bro, funnily enough, Brafe will like this because when we fucking playing what we play, and then fucking...
Hey.
We're just talking absolute rot, and we're going, oh, that's Fibonacci as fuck. That sequence Fibonacci, how we got 3 games
Yeah,
there.
it's
like,
all through in natural.
yeah, we're going, oh,
occurrences
that's Fib as fuck. And funnily enough, this cunt's got like this Fibonacci sequence of like betting
Get
on the
fucked.
table and shit. Yeah, bro, I'll show you some of these videos,
Yeah,
man.
you definitely got to show me that.
I was sitting up the other night doing the Romanowski or Romanovsky system. It's fucking elite. And he breaks it all down into probability,
And percentages.
return on investment
Yeah.
on that. And he's like, to put it in, your stake is X amount.
$200.
Or just not
Your
even that.
probability of returning $20 each time,
Yeah, it's like 98%, and it's like-
and it's only this. And so I think it's worked out that like basically because like you're only making $20 per spin, and you've just got to get it every 10 times.
Well, it's like your bankroll
Yeah.
in comparison to the probability of it hitting, and then your return on investment is like nearly 12%.
so he's
And
got an equation for it.
Yeah, and he's
Yeah,
like,
proper
he's
broken
like,
down.
He's like, if you put that into a fucking like a commercial real estate or fucking
Yeah.
whatever, it's like,
yeah,
It's a good return.
It's bang for buck.
It's
Yeah.
so sick. And then that sent me down a rabbit hole of like
ROI.
all these cunts who've like cheated Vegas and fucking. There was this cunt called the Greek and shit, and he turned fucking $50. It's called The Run. Like, it's this legendary fucking run over 3 years that he turned $50 into 40 million and then blew the lot like within a year, like in Vegas. And he was,
Bro, I'm
he got
pretty
it. He got accused of like having hollowed out like chips and like card marking and shit, and he actually got found guilty. But yeah, cunt, I was watching all these fucking mad Vegas like
I watched a documentary.
cheating scandals and
This
shit.
is ages ago, and it's when had casinos in Vegas. This is back in the 80s. And there was a guy, and I don't think it was the Greek.
love that shit, man.
I know.
I live for those stories, man.
And I don't think it was it might have been the Greek, but I didn't think, it doesn't ring a bell, but there was a guy brought in that was like a mathematician, and there was a high-level gambler from Japan that came, and he had actually rinsed casino of all its money, but didn't want to let him know. So he brought in this like mathematician and was like, how am I going to get my money back off this bloke? Like, what games do we offer him that have the best percentages for the house, but that he thinks is the best percentages for him? And this guy's like, trust me, we'll get him on this table. You bankroll, like, you basically like just keep going into debt, and this guy will eventually give you back all the money. And it was like on the third day, he just ended up losing like 200 million like on the table, and never went bankrupt from it. But yeah, I fucking love that shit. But yeah, I'm gonna have to have a look into that. That's hectic,
bro. And like these fucking physics students, like in the 70s or something, they worked out that if you can calculate, like they hired a fucking roulette wheel that was in all these Vegas casinos because you could just buy them back then.
Yeah.
It went to customs in like fucking San Francisco or wherever. They got approached by the FBI because they were like illegal. They thought they were doing illegal gambling or some shit. They just described it was for a fucking uni assessment.
Yeah, uni assessment. Yeah, we're working out probability and
they worked out
sequences.
Like just having a set point in the room, and however many times, like say the zero went past the set point, if you could work out that, plus when how fast the ball was spinning, you could the computer that they had rigged up with these batteries that they had taped under their underarms and shit would like Morse code them, like the numbers, like 2 or 3 number range that it's accurately going to land in. Like, just because I'm physics, because it was like, if you can tell how fast the fucking wheel's spinning and how fast the ball's spinning, it's physics dictates it's going to land here. And I live for that shit.
You don't have to be a physics student. We've been at the casino that many times, and you've seen a dealer go 14 red in a row or get like 3 sevens in a row. And it's like, that's just because they're doing the exact same spin, the exact amount of force.
Yeah.
And it's just like, you know, like they do this every day, all day. They're going to, like, they basically get like not trained into a rhythm, but subconsciously they get into a rhythm of like paying everyone out, and then they like wait 30 seconds and they won't even know it's 30 seconds, but it's pretty much fucking 30 seconds on the dot, and then they just go fucking spinning, and that's why you get all these numbers in a row, and you don't have to be a fucking physics student.
And that's why they switch out the dealers.
Correct.
Because each dealer has
because you get into this rhythm where shit just pops up. Yeah.
How often do they switch things?
It's like every 30 minutes.
It has to be every 30 minutes, 100%. I reckon it'd be every 30.
Any which way they can take our money, boys.
Yeah,
correct.
Fucked a lot of them.
Boys, this next one was maybe a one and only episode outside of the studio. Shout out the GOAT.
Oh, yeah. I remember this.
Done a little episode at their, what do they call it now? Like Speakeasy?
It's called the Sanctum now.
It's called the Sanctum.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I've been there twice. It's great.
It's like the basement, brother.
Yeah.
Is it? Yeah, actually, I've seen that.
Yeah, it's all R&B.
So this episode was over there with Steve and Tyler.
Shout out for tonight's pod. We're at a new venue. We're going to mix it up a bit. I think we talked about in the last episode. We're going to try and get to a new venue or somewhere different every couple of episodes. So.
Couple episodes.
That was a small. Well, I think once I realised how much of a fuck around is packing it all up, setting it up, and then bringing it back.
Yeah, this is like space station in here now.
Yeah. Now it would be even more fucked.
Yeah.
That, you know, that promise or idea went straight out the window.
Out the fucking Greg Marzoo.
I don't think there's anything more in that one. That was just a shout out.
Well, I'm pretty sure we were giving away 2 drink cards, which I still I
can keep playing it if you want.
when I sold Queen Street earlier this year. So what date was that?
I'll have to just go back into it. This was
So for the potties, thegoathotel.com.au. We're at one of their back function rooms for tonight.
Where do you even see the date on this shit?
On Steve?
Yeah. I don't know. Whatever it was. It was.
Oh, here we go. 6th of June, 2022.
Yeah, okay. So I sold my house in fucking May this year. So almost 2 years on, and I still had the drink cards in a drawer in the fucking.
Nice.
I'm pretty sure
give them away and didn't use them.
I'm pretty sure Joey McLaughlin fucking won them.
Yeah, okay. Sorry, Joey.
Yeah, sorry, Joey. Owe you a drink at the goat, brother.
2019 before pandemic Pete. Bro, it was just the whole crowd, the whole game, like they're just singing the whole, like you could hear it over top of the commentary, sorta, like just
Tyler
a crowd
again.
yelling.
What was it? A soccer game?
No, it was an international league game, cunt. He was Eden,
What were they
Eden
going?
Hazard, Chelsea.
Ole.
Asco's double park with rums going like this.
I go Silva.
Oh,
Fuck, I didn't know Tonga was good at soccer.
Yeah.
That's loose.
Yeah, mate Matata Tonga.
Tonga.
Ep 13, that one was.
Wow, cunt. That's elite content.
Yeah, it's pretty good stuff, if I do say so myself.
Yeah.
What's this next one here?
Just a quick fucking side note, which I did also call on the potty. Or I don't know if I called it on the potty or when
You're shouting at yourself again.
Yeah, shouting at myself. Yeah, suck 'em.
So what, you went through a little stage, I think, every second episode, or
Shout
nearly
out
every
myself.
episode. So, boys, just want to shout out myself here. And then
Up until like fucking
proceed
10
ramble.
episodes ago.
I'll still shout out myself.
Yeah,
Yeah,
for
shout out
sure.
myself,
It was just, it was red hot there, but let's see what you're shouting yourself out for here.
That's all he ever shouted out.
Kill yourself off.
Shout out myself.
Oh, but wait.
On this next thing, I've actually got another shout out.
Oi, you wouldn't read about it, but actually, I am going to shout out myself. Bro,
Oh, that's good. That's good.
Fuck.
That's some good stuff.
He's a bad man. Mauling out. Mauling out. We need a new intro.
I think I'll keep playing this in a sec, but I think this is one of the few reels that wasn't in the
Wasn't in
episode,
the
but
episode.
Yeah,
when
BTS.
It was
Yeah.
B-roll.
B-roll,
behind
BTS.
the scenes
BTS.
when I'm editing,
And it's probably one of the best. It's,
Oh.
it's so funny.
if we had a genuine person who on the books who was doing this, I'd say go. Here's all the raw files. That's why you got to keep all the raw files. In
Correct.
Weasels.
Yeah.
and say the first 2 to 5 or 1 to 5 minutes of every pod.
Yeah, where
just
we
see
cut
if
it
there's like
out.
funny shit, or even after. I think there was a stage there we might let it at the start. We let it run for a little bit after. As well.
Yeah.
It's like go clip
Like,
some shit up.
like fucking Lexi doing his gooch last week, fucking trying to do a fucking
In the
square
last
hop.
snippet of your story, you see him go like, oh, yeah. I had a look at it. Fuck, it was funny.
start like that. Go.
Did we?
Mauling out.
Was
Modelling
Husball the
out.
intro from the very start?
Yeah.
Or did we introduce it like 10 eps in? Do you
I,
remember?
I think
It was the intro from the start.
I think it was from the start.
Should I quickly go on Spotify and just play ep
Yeah,
one and
yeah,
see if
yeah,
it was
yeah.
the?
I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, because at
As
that
I'm-
time I think Husball was relatively new on the scene.
Oh,
and
yeah,
we're
and he was
just,
starting to get big.
I was just so fascinated by him.
Yeah,
and
it was
it's
interesting.
just fucking funny, man. All right, let's go. Ep 1, Spotify, 18th of March, 2022, boys. So
Guarantee you it's got the...
you reckon? Yeah, wow.
Told ya. I've listened to these episodes recently.
So that intro lasted all of what, like 80 something, 85 or nearly 90 episodes.
And that intro is actually 2 Hasbull clips. He's
Yeah.
gone go bang, and then it's
Hello.
it's a different one here.
No, where he's gone.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, no,
Yeah.
I think I'm pretty. I'm pretty sure.
No, it's definitely
go,
2 clips.
bang, go bang.
Go
and
again.
he's
Let's
like
listen to it.
he's kicking and shit. But then the hello, I'm fairly sure is this.
Yeah.
is the split clip.
Yeah, but
Him saying go bang in this reel he's like then doing like gammon leg kicks and like
yeah, where he's gone.
So that's all one clip.
But hello
But then the
is
hello
different.
is-
Hello's
right.
different. Yeah, you were right, but you were wrong.
Lactating.
We're having some technical difficulties here, but I think we are
King Mulberry.
back on. I'm not sure what happened. This just disconnected, but
I'm actually not drunk this episode. Yeah. This is my first drink.
Psych.
which is
Fuck's
surprising.
sake, bro.
First drink today.
Well, boys, what do we want to do? Do we want to keep going? Or
Yeah, let's skip
I
a
can-
few ahead.
I can skip a couple up.
Yeah, I want to
so-
hear some of me.
Yeah. Well, let's go up to our first guest, Benny B.
Yeah, let's hear
Barber.
Benny B. Yeah, let's
He had
start
a nice,
skipping
he had a
through.
nice little semi-viral for us at the at that
Is he going to
stage.
get us onto JH or what? The Hayne plane?
I don't
Yeah,
know.
he better.
He better.
Well, I actually don't think I could do
Bro,
that. So
funny,
to be 100% honest with you.
funny story. Fucking Benny, not only did he was our first guest, that we had a very good blueprint to secure. Shout out myself for coming up with that.
See, I should probably even try find the battle of the fullbacks. Reel somewhere here first, because it'd be somewhere here.
Who was the other fullback?
Hainsey, funnily enough.
Oh, wow.
Turn on K.
Yeah.
And
Keep
then,
going, Steve.
anyway, we
Just a quick.
secured Benny Barber.
Just a quick shout out myself.
Can't think of
He come to the room. Come to the
Benny
room.
Barber.
Yeah, I got it.
Come to the room. Fucking did the pod. Left. Went to his parents. Got his Dally M. Got his grand final tickets that his
Get the
parents had.
fuck out.
It's
Got
grand
his-
final ring.
You
Got
never
his-
told me this.
Got his ring. Bought it back. And Brando's running around with it in the room
like,
like
a kid in a candy store,
like chewing on it like he's fucking Jerome Lua going, yeah, bah, and fucking got the pinky ring on. He's going,
Sending
You
Snapchats
never
to the
told
boys.
me this.
It's on reels, bro.
Yeah.
Yeah, fuck off it is.
like he fucking,
He went out of his way.
went out of his way to come back and do that, and then we went out of our way to go out of our way
Out of our way to go out of his way. Yeah,
that
yeah.
night
To
and,
go out his way.
and
Yeah.
and God, we went out.
Yeah, we went out his way.
Yeah.
Oh,
And
shit.
by God, I had a headache
Oh.
the next morning.
But that's
And
like,
then
hey,
listening to it back in the car on the way home, and me going, yup. Every time he said something, which you did with chicken last week, but not as bad.
And what, you had head noise.
Who was not
Oh.
as bad? Me not as bad as you, or
Yeah,
you not as
you
bad as?
you were 10 times not as bad as me.
Oh.
Mine's fucking borderline. Fucking, I want to delete the episode. It's so annoying.
Well, you know, like I said before, I still haven't listened to that episode. I will, but
So, before we got Benny Barber, I think Steve stumbled on Benny Barber's Instagram and go, he doesn't have that many followers. How can we do a segment or reel where we can clip it up, tag him, and it hopefully follows us back, and then we'll try get him on as a guest. And to see it all like play out and it worked, how we like
Great
planned
work
it
by you,
out
Stephen.
is pretty cool, eh? Especially like, we're playing chess, brother.
and we're all playing fucking Guck Duck Go.
Oh, we were trying to cheat the roulette table, but I think this is the clip that we tagged him in by look. So we'll play this, and then we'll skip up to when we got him on the pod, and he told a good story.
Oh boy, we got Benny Barber versus Jared Hayne.
So I think it was battle of the fullback segment. We had different people and then we went versed each other, crossed them out, and then got to the thing. But we knew the result before going
Yeah.
into it. 'Cause
Fixed. It was fixed.
It was
Yeah,
fixed.
it's fixed.
This segment was fixed based on an agenda we had. The Hayne
Two
plane.
bad boys.
Still
Two
today,
bad
you can
boys.
Pull up both of those guys' YouTube highlight reels,
Oh,
best
bro.
of, and that would still be competing, I believe, with the top guys these days in terms of
Yeah,
how many
can't.
highlight
They're
packages
doing
they
like
got.
100-meter fucking in goal, like multiple
Bro.
times from their own
Dummy,
in goal
bang,
tries.
yeah.
Like Benny
Yeah,
B,
We'll get him on the centre.
What have you got, Stephen?
Dally M 2012.
Yeah.
He played 168 NRL games, scored 99 tries.
Yeah, so what do you reckon? I'm going to
Oh.
go Barber, bro. I really loved his
Yeah.
career. So
Yeah,
It's rigged.
and you can tell too.
like that.
Yeah, Bob, I really loved his career.
for someone that definition of silky, that
Yeah.
would be Ben Barber.
Yeah.
And then I think, did he, let me check comments. I think he replied, I've never been called Silky before.
Yeah,
or something
yeah.
like that.
Joshy Khan. Go, Joshy
Go,
Khan.
son, go the way.
Go,
Go the whole
man on
way.
the planet.
That was like, we were watching a game.
Was
and it
Joshy Carr playing when Benny Barber was playing?
No,
No.
we're
Oh,
on the
yeah,
pod
right.
watching a game or had a game up in the background. He must have, he didn't comment, but he must have replied to our story. I've never been called Silky before. Yeah, so that was
You got the
pretty
camera
cool.
on him?
We ended up, I don't get it. Oh, we ended up, messaging him after, like, oh, would you be keen? He's living in Mackay at the time. And then, anyway, he was nice enough to accept, come on. And
Shout out Benny.
so we'll fast forward. Yeah, I think there's a couple of weeks between when that clip come out and then we got him on because I think it was close to the end of the year. So yeah, we'll fast forward to a little Benny Barber clip from that episode.
Remember the day he sat down, he goes, Benny, we're probably going to play at fullback this weekend. And he goes, the last person, and I, like, no swear to lie, I remember at we were at Stadium Australia at the time. We moved to Stadium Australia.
Yep.
And Balmain was getting
Yep.
We sat in the hallway and he goes, the last time someone moved from 5'8" to fullback. A couple of years later, they went on to win the Dally medal.
Fuck me.
Bullshit.
And I'm not even lying, bro. Hands to the sky. Stevie Folks said that to me outside our training room, and he goes, the last person we moved from 5'8" to fullback was Panda. Obviously, you're McGady. He went on to win the Dally medal, and obviously then 2012.
Fucking knows,
It's a cool
bro.
clip, hey?
That is cool.
It is a cool clip.
Yeah, I know.
Shout out Benny.
Shout out Benny, our first guest.
And his cousin Benny Barber also,
Oh, yeah.
Who was a great
yeah,
funny
that's
cunt
elite,
too.
Yeah.
who ripped and teared that night as well.
Oh,
Holy.
like you wouldn't believe.
Yep.
Let's skip to one more before Steve-O comes on, and then I guess we can do a couple of Steve-O's. There's Steve-O's first one up there.
Oh, yeah.
Just trying to pick
I was a
one.
proper nerd when I first came on.
I want to pick one here. Do you want to go this one? This one's not on the pod, Steve, but it was like a clip of you and Jamin ringing your mums talking about how many durries they
Yeah, that's an iconic clip.
Smoked a 50 pack a day since you're 14. How much you smoke? You smoke at least 30 a day, don't you?
20.
No.
Which means 30.
Come on, you don't need to be fucking noble here. 50 a day.
Noble.
Your nickname's Chimney.
How many do you reckon you smoke a day? I told them you smoke and they don't believe me, but how much do you smoke a day? Like, honest.
At least 20.
At least
At
20.
least 20.
That's what my mum said.
Oh, so good. Which means they both smoke at least 30.
50, yeah. That's code. That must be code in the Durry
That's code
community.
in the Durry community, 100%.
20.
20. Only 20.
Oh, noble 20, eh?
Noble 20.
That's like when you go to the doctor, or that's like when you go to a nightclub and the bouncer goes, how many drinks you had? Oh, 3 or 4, bro.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Times that by 3. Yeah.
3 days.
Yeah.
All right, Steve-O, this looks like your debut reel anyway, so
Righto, here we come.
see what we got.
You NBA guy.
Oh,
Ready?
God.
No. Fuck me.
Westbrook for life.
Imagine State of Origin style
Oh, my God.
basketball in America where they just split the country straight down the middle, East Coast versus West Coast. You can pick the best players out of any team. There's no salary cap. There's none of this. And they just play like an all-star game.
So you're talking about the NBA All-Star game.
Is that a real thing? See, I don't know
East versus
anything
West.
about
Yeah, it's not split. It's not split top and bottom, but it's split the other way.
East and West. Okay, well, they've already got that, so...
The fact he said like an all-star game. And East Coast versus West Coast. Holy fuck.
You basically described the
exactly
exact concept.
That's why I was, when he was saying that, I was looking at Brady like, is this a joke? Like, this is.
Fuck me, bro.
The scout chat continues.
Surely you're having a go.
I'm not having a Lenny, that's
Fuck.
legit.
Oh, man.
I need to read
So
up
you're
on
obviously
are.
not an NBA.
No, not at all. Not at all. I had no idea this was a real thing.
Wow.
There's genuine shock in his voice
Yeah.
when he comes on to
Yeah,
this
there's
concept he's cooked up in his head. Like,
Yeah.
why are they doing this
There's two
All-Star
things.
game?
You pick the best players from both conferences. Fuck, man, you can't.
There's two things there. There is that, I genuinely, at the start, think like, I'm like, I'm on a sports podcast. I'm fucking coming up with ideas and blah, blah, blah. And then, like, I was so rattled when you were, like, just, like, making fun of me. And I was just like, holy fuck, I've just butchered this second episode. Like, and, like, you guys can't tell because I'm red already. But, like, even listening back to that, I get so embarrassed. I don't want to fucking hear another one of mine.
But
I'm
it's
good.
in its own right, it's so perfect because I
Yeah.
think it just sums up our podcast. Like, we don't go off anything off fact or we throw out something there and say don't fact check us because it's probably not true.
Yeah.
But we'll say it
Butchering
anyway.
cunts' names all the time, mainly
Yeah.
you, Steve-O. But
Yeah,
look,
mainly me.
that's what makes up the Nice Sports Pod. There's one here with your lead as the thumbnail, so let's go to this. I'm not sure how many episodes after your All-Star blunder this one is.
Americans freaking out about
so-
our most famous fucking reel.
Yeah, it's our most famous
This is
reel.
where we've officially made it. We are, I think it's like 1.4 million on TikTok, eh?
Yeah.
This reel. So shout out to the Americans getting angry in the comments, which I think is why it went viral. So
So good. name for the New Zealand basketball team.
Was it the Tall Blacks?
The Tall Blacks.
Yeah.
And they're all like, what the fuck? You can't call them that? And it's like, bro, that's their name.
Yeah.
I was looking into it, right?
Tall Black.
No one,
like-
no one has said anything about the All Blacks. So,
No,
yeah.
but they didn't realise that's from that.
Yeah.
Anyway, I found out there's only been one New Zealand team name rejected, and it was the badminton New Zealand team.
What's that?
And I thought it was going to be like Bad Blacks. I thought like badminton, Bad Blacks. It's
Yeah.
not that.
What is it?
So the little shoots or fucking things that you hit across the thing are called
Yeah,
cocks.
what's it called? Yeah.
A cock.
Yeah.
So
Oh,
it's
they
called the Black Cocks. Really? They apparently got it approved. They got it approved in a couple games, and they're like, nah, we can't do it anymore.
Really?
Yeah, back in 2004.
Oh, God.
Yeah, the Black Cocks.
Joey, can you fact check that, please?
Bring back the Blackhawks.
Yeah, bring back the Blackhawks. I do remember Joe, being the fact checker of that episode. Yeah,
And let that let that play because that's what tied it off so perfectly at the end. You're like, what else did you find when you Googled Black
Oh,
Cocks?
yeah, it's just at the end.
fact check it. Fact check
Fucking
it.
hell, man.
It's legit.
Fuck, that's good.
Fuck,
What
man.
else come up when you typed in Blackhawks?
Fuck, that reel was elite.
Yeah.
And like at the time, like I think when we make content, we always think it's funny. I guess some sort of bias there, but I didn't think it was going to blow up. I knew like people that we knew that were following would find it funny. But
Yeah, to get 1.4 million views on TikTok.
I know.
was
And
pretty
we had
hectic.
this inside joke between us, like we're getting drunk on the numbers. So I think it went through three little. From memory, 3 stages.
Three little life cycles.
It went, I think, up to like 400 or 600K initially. Then
I swear, then it went 800.
then it petered off for maybe a week or a few
Peter
days.
off.
Like,
Peter off. We got to get the Peter off clip
yeah,
up.
fuck. Where's that one?
Ruffy.
But
Is that-
it's,
you reckon
but,
that's after?
but
before
I
the Black
found,
Box?
I remember finding out that that's what the social media companies do, and I've noticed it when I upload pictures just on my own Instagram. They will like drip feed you likes.
Yeah, like the 3 days shit. Like
Yeah.
you're liking shit 3 days old
3
on
days
Instagram.
later.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. So it keeps you just like, ooh.
And then I think, it went from 600 to like, maybe 900 or 1 million. And then I think it stopped and then it went another 400.
1.2 was where it really stopped, and then like it's been 1.4 since then, which was uploaded like probably like a year and a half ago.
Yeah. Fuck. And we haven't hit anything close to that since.
No.
So it's just crazy. Like when you think like we hit something like that, I'm like, fuck, like we're onto it. Like this went off. How can we get the algorithm
How
to
can we
work in our
capitalise?
favor again? And
Yeah.
just haven't even got anything close to that again.
The algorithm, an unknown beast.
Yeah, exactly. Especially when platform to platform, it seems to be quite different.
I only
So-
just showed
different.
someone that. I think it was Tara when we were over in Perth or something because she's heavy fucking just
TikTok.
Oh, just on chicks on their phones.
She's
fucking-
icky octane.
Yeah. And I was like, fuck, you should see this reel we put up. And even she was pissing herself laughing, So it just goes, translates across all communities.
So there was another reel on TikTok. This one has 20K. So this was the wristband races.
Oh, is this with Alan Jones?
Nah.
This
nah.
it was the
I don't think
chairman's
so.
lunch.
Nah, I don't think it was because I was on the Alan Jones episode. I wasn't on this episode.
It was separate, man. I think there was like
Yeah.
Samuelson. You all went to races.
Correct.
But Leah, I think it was through Leah
was,
still.
shout
But
out
it
Leah.
wasn't the Alan.
Oh, the
'cause
Alan Jones was
just you and Brody. I
Yeah,
think.
midweek Calcutta. Yeah.
But I think it might have been similar time.
No,
though.
Thursday.
Spring
was-
Carnival last year.
No. Thursday was or Tuesday or something was the Alan Jones. This happened on the
weekend.
of
Yeah.
that thing. Yeah.
So maybe this one. Did we clip up at Alan Jones reel? Let's have a look
Very
here.
notorious for just falling asleep.
Falling asleep.
Nah,
Oh, no. That's
it.
him, yeah.
That's it. But we'll go with this one. The
All
wristband.
fucking day, bro. We were going, 2 vodka lime sodas, whatever. They're like, yep, that'll be $18, whatever. You just go, boom. And they're like,
Boom.
They just go, yep, too easy. And bro, there was one time I was like, fuck, I wish I got that on film. Samuelson just ordered the drink, took it, came, sat down at our table. Because we had like in this white picket fence area inside the members, we were allowed to go in there.
So you're
like,
just standing out like dog shit. Like,
but like, bro, no one else had this orange wristband on. It said it's a chairman's lunch on it. Like, and we were the only ones
Alan
up there with
Jones's
this on.
proteges.
So literally.
Yeah, nice.
And then Samuelson comes
That age like milk.
down at the table with this vodka lime soda. Chick come running from behind the bar with a FPOS machine. She's like, mate, you didn't pay. And he goes, literally just goes like this. Boom, shows her and she's like, oh my God, I'm so sorry. Walks off. I was like, man, I wish I got that on film. It was so perfect.
Bro, I didn't even say it. This goes like,
Bro, literally didn't say a word, and she's just come running, and he goes,
Like a fucking Power Ranger, just
Yeah.
oh, that's perfect.
send up the beacon.
Shout out Alan Jones.
You're always good to us, brother.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Fuck, where do we want to go from here? Just trying to scroll
What was that
up.
one we were just laughing about before? I wanted to check.
Dunno.
Peter Off. Is Peter Off around there
Yeah.
somewhere?
I don't know.
I'm not sure,
I
man.
don't know if
Take
Rocky.
is that like all swimmers are dumb, and I know that there's a lot of people up in arms out there about this, and it's not like even I'm not being negative about it. It's just a fact of the matter. Science is right. You need 10,000 hours, so they say, to master something, right? So fucking swimmers, they spend 10,000 hours depriving their fucking brain of oxygen when they're swimming.
I actually
So,
like this point.
That has got to make you like fucking lose a couple brain cells for sure.
I wonder if there's like a delayed, like a CTE,
CTE
type
type. That could be the case.
Yeah.
Is CTE going to hit the swimming pool?
Therapy turned gay, so like one I'm just joking. everyone.
Joking.
Respectfully.
Well, isn't that amazing? We haven't been officially cancelled. I think cancel culture isn't a thing anymore.
No, it's gone.
But we didn't get cancelled when that was a thing, you know?
Yeah,
So
we
that's-
did well.
That's always it's got to be a win, right?
Will we ever stop? Will we ever get to a point where we can't say that? Like, will we ever get, us as a brand,
Gay.
ever get to a point where we're so afraid to say, fuck, that was gay, knowing that we'd say that in terms of not being homophobic or derogatory?
I think it's to get real philosophical about it, right? The original meaning of the word was happy, and then it got taken to gay, and then now it got taken from happy to homosexual. I now think that it's evolved. Like, words evolve over time. Obviously, we can see that before we even were born, and so the word has now evolved again, and it now
But
means-
we've always used that as slang since fucking
Correct.
primary school.
Correct. So it no longer means homophobic. I think that it's one of those words that's evolved, and who are we to deny that the progression of the English language is like, fuck you.
Yeah.
If you want us to fucking reel it in.
I don't know. He was very PC. He went PC
Oh, yeah,
and then
yeah,
he
yeah.
went off the PC train. Yeah.
Pretty heavily too,
Yeah,
to
this
be
is
100%
good.
honest. Which was
I'm
surprising.
just scared for our little PC mate. Like he's
No, I think he's good now.
he might go PC.
He
again.
says stuff or like allows stuff that I'm like, I would not allow that. So I'm like, well, Brandon
Well, he
allows
did
it
say
for a
gay at the start of this episode, and I said respectfully
Yeah,
and
respectfully.
unhomophobic.
Unhomophobic. It is unhomophobically. Do not let that fucking be forgotten. It is unhomophobically.
Yeah.
It's a progression and evolution of the word.
Fuck, you would have loved the chats we were having on Sunday. Holy,
know.
we went everywhere from disciplining your kids to homeschool's going to exponentially increase in the next 10 years.
That is a true stat.
Yeah.
Do you know that
Because of like that video I sent through today of like, this is your new teacher at school. And it's like, what do you think? Remember that reel I sent in the chat?
Yeah, no, I saw that fucking UFC fucker. Oh, yeah. Yeah, no, that's all done now. Back in, bruh.
Boys, this is probably one of my favourite ones, or one of the funnier ones in recent memories.
Could understand before last season everyone going like, the Roosters, the Roosters. Because on paper, the Roosters.
Was that Des Hasler, brother?
Who's still that?
Stop
Jeff
it.
Tooth.
I want to quickly announce something, right? You getting up me for being like, oh, is that Jeff Tuvey, brother? I listened to last week's episode. There's the amount of times you be like, and I never say jack shit. I'm like, you sound like fucking Jeff Tuvey, cunt. Like,
No, but I was referencing, but the voice you were putting on.
I know, but you did a gravelly voice last week, and when I listened back to the pod, I was like, this fucking cunt.
Yeah,
like,
but then you should have been like,
I know,
I'm
yeah.
not saying that's a bad
I
thing.
didn't realise until after I
was-
listened to it.
I was
Yeah.
just relating it back to that. It's just funny.
Continue.
Brother.
So everyone's fucking riding their dicks hardcore, being like, the Roosters, the Roosters, the Roosters. Do you hear how they were saying it?
Yeah.
In this weird cult-like chant.
Yeah, they say
were
it.
all like, anyone, it was James Graham, Matty Johns,
Yeah.
Fletcher, fucking Peter Volandis. They're like, who do you think will win the comp? They'll go, the Roosters, the Roosters, the Roosters.
Yeah, and they got to say it 3 times, like when you're doing that old fucking like horror shit where you turn off
Bloody
all your
Mary. It
Bloody
was like
Mary,
Bloody
yeah.
Mary shit.
You're in your parents' fucking bathroom and you're like, turn all the lights off. Make sure you turn the lights off. You've got to say it 3 times.
And you got to be faced away from the mirror. You can't be facing the mirror and you say it, because when you say it on the 3rd time, you got to turn around.
Yeah, Bloody Mary, Bloody Mary. The
Tell you what,
Roosters.
the Roosters.
Yeah, but it starts off like a horror movie, you know? like this little kid, he's walking in, he's like fucking shaking and shit.
They're all around at this party and they're all just like having a laugh, and then this one kid turns to the other and he's like, aren't you scared of the chook man? And he's like, what's the chook man? And he's like, you gotta say Roosters, Roosters, Roosters in the mirror 3 times. And Uncle Nick Ballard shows up.
Can't. Fuck, I was pissed. I was pissing myself that episode.
I think that was one of the episodes where genuinely water coming to my eyes.
that
Like
was
hysterically
funny.
laughing.
Fuck
That clip got a bit of a run with first degree connections around me, because I sent it to everyone.
Definitely. Yeah. I remember
there was a lot of people come back like, that's fucking hilarious.
I remember one weekend at the Red Lion after that episode, one of the boys like, Roosters,
Yeah,
Roosters.
I
And
definitely
wigged
heard a
out.
bit of real life
Yeah.
feedback about Roosters, Roosters, Roosters.
There was cunts in TRL Mackay like the next time I went up
Be like,
after that
Roosters,
day. Yeah.
Roosters,
They go,
Roosters.
what about the Roosters, Roosters, Roosters on the weekend, brother? I was like, fuck,
Now,
you know.
how close is
we need to make merch that says Roosters,
Yeah.
Roosters, Roosters on it.
Uncle Nick Politis? How close is the
The back piece is like
a picture of Uncle Nick?
Yeah, but like Bloody Mary style,
like him, like
blood
coming out the eyes.
like in a mirror, like a lad with a Roosters
100%. No,
jersey on.
someone jot that down. Put that down on a piece of paper.
That's so good.
How close is the $10,000 10 to 100 to 10K challenge after
which
that?
is coming up. Just the reel we made, I think it's just a song playing over
It
the
is.
background.
It's that scene from
Bad Boys.
Bad Boys.
Bad boys.
Yeah.
What you gonna do?
Great scene from the movie, but
Yeah.
For sure. So yeah,
I ain't no bitch.
not long after
I'm a
that,
bad boy.
we hit our. I think it was it the first go that we done at it.
Correct. It was
First
the first
go.
time we sort of
Beginner's luck, you got to say, eh? Because we
Well,
tried to
the
do it that many
YN2U.
times.
Think about the YN2U.
Yeah.
First time do it. Fucking got all 6 games. Fucking you. And then now I've tried to do it a couple of times. Says,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know. Do we want to just recap the legs we had for the
let's do it.
100K?
Yeah.
So
I want to recap it.
just going to turn this volume down.
And I also want to recap.
For any new listeners, this was pretty much the
This is the making of this podcast.
Correct.
Because
Yeah,
it paid
yeah.
for all
It
of this.
paid for all this.
All this extra setup and switcher.
our
Paid for Lexi, even though he
paid for
hasn't.
Lexi.
He
He's
hasn't submitted a time sheet.
he's on back pay. It got us across the line with Neds. Let's be honest.
Yeah.
They saw that and went, "Oh shit!"
Yeah, to an extent for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it was the stars or the gods looking after us. But the first leg, boys, was $100. So yeah, $100 in the 10K challenge. We had Bronx to beat Dolphins just head to head, and then Tupou to score any time in Knights versus Roosters game.
Yeah. And what was, sorry, and
What
if
was
you
the
think
Katoni
about
Stag
it.
Slime one? What was that one?
No, that was the one before
Yeah,
that.
and
That
then
was
we decided to do the 100 to 10K.
exactly. So that
Sorry,
was,
yes.
so we had $50 on the Katoni,
and we told this cunt to do 100.
to
we
do
were
100,
800.
and that would have won 700.
800, yeah.
So then with that money, then we've
We said
decided
let's
to
do the 100
start.
to 10K.
And this is when the bank account had next to no money.
Yeah, we were gonna,
So
like,
that's
start
why I'm
chipping
putting
in our own.
$50 on this shit,
Yeah.
not 100. Because I'm like, we've only got like 500 or what? Fucking probably
Yeah.
less sitting in there. Yeah.
And I'm not sure if we did the poll for the Katoni one or we just cherry picked it on
No,
the potty.
I believe we did do a poll for that one.
No. I think we did a poll for this one. We did the
Maybe,
poll
actually,
for this
maybe.
one.
Yeah.
The Katoni one, you read them all out. There was 8 of them
And
or
we
something. We
cherry-picked.
cherry picked it. We
Yeah.
cherry picked 2 live on air.
And then we said we'd put up a.
This one, we read them all out
Put up a
again.
story.
We picked one, which was the Bronco. What was that?
I can't remember which one. It was Broncos versus Dolphins, and then it was Tupou to score and Knights.
Yeah.
So I can't remember. I
then
know
the-
we definitely put a story up. Whether we actually,
But we picked one of them, and then the crowd picked another one. Like
I
whichever one was.
believe Tupou was picked from the crowd.
it might have been out of a whatever. We might have listed a few try scorers. So that was $100 into 350 boys. So started off very well. And then our second leg, so we're just bankrolling the whole win across. So $350 stake. We had Xavier Coates anytime try
And
scorer.
Melbourne scored line.
And Melbourne plus 12.5. So Melbourne Roosters. So just the same game, $2.80 that was paid.
Wow, yeah. And remember, fucking Xavier Coates played terribly that game.
He scored
And
in the 68th minute, I'm pretty
and
sure.
we're all sitting at home going, fuck Coatesy, yeah.
How funny is these? Like, there's bets along your gambling career that you can just like.
Oh,
I know-
I'll never
if
ever
you-
be able to forget.
If you go
the whole
back
lot
and
of
check,
that. Yeah.
if you go back and check that game, I would almost bet that my bottom dollar that it was the 68th minute.
And
Like,
I also believe
that's how
he touched the ball fucking three times.
yeah.
I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, he was so,
I remember where I was. I was on the back area at home watching with mum and dad, and I'm going, "Fuck you, Coatesy, your favourite."
and
All
was
in
it?
the fucking
It was
group.
like a low scoring game as well, wasn't
yeah,
it?
maybe like 18-12 or something like that.
Yeah.
I believe.
I'm sure
Yeah.
it was pretty low scoring. Okay, so then we won $980, and this game was Dragons versus Roosters. This was the Anzac Day.
Yeah.
Joey Manu plus
Joey
2,
Manu.
brother.
So you boys didn't like this one. I remember that for certain.
Yeah,
and I
don't know if I did actually.
And I just said, boys, like whatever we were getting these NRL odd stats, like I was the stats he'd like scored in the last 4 Anzac tests or the Anzac Day NRL game. I was like, boys, just like trust the stats. So at this leg, I was doubting the method that got us to that point, which we'll get to in a sec, because the last leg I had then done the exact same thing because of how much money we got. But I remember this one, I was cross the road at the GOAT. We'll have a little
we were
session.
both there.
Yeah.
You and I were both there.
Down there watching on
I
the
can't
screen.
remember what for.
It was,
We had like Samuelson and Stuart Thompson there because they were all there. And when it got up, we were all like,
it was a big session. Yeah, I think that game ended up, they won like 70-0 or
Yeah,
something.
Manu was the third try scorer, and it was off like this.
And he, I think, ended up scoring 2 or 3.
did.
Anyway,
He did. He
But it was
scored
off
2.
this mad like little fucking like he nearly
Pass out, pass back.
yeah, and
Little
it was
jink.
like some sort of little kick that rebounded off something. It was something hectic, and he was third try scorer, if I believe.
So, yeah, 980 stake, turn that into $2,940.
the nest was fucking high.
And at this stage, this is where my PC, my risk adverse personality starts coming out, and I'm going, boys, do we just we got to the next week, I'm like, there's nothing I love that he sent these stats. I was like, I don't love any of them, and you're like, we can't break the pattern, like trust the stats.
Yeah.
And I'm doing what you
Trust
doing
the method.
the week before. I'm like, and I think conversations got thrown around. Maybe we just go for something. We'll just make something up ourselves, but safer. And then, you know what I mean? It would have taken us another 2 legs maybe to get there.
That's right. Yeah, that's right.
And then you were like, and then
I can't remember what the other, because he only sent through 3 stats for this week.
Yeah.
And one of them was Daly Cherry Evans. And then the more I thought about it,
And
I
there
was
was
like,
try
I
and
remember
find it quickly if you
Raiders.
want me to.
Raiders was something to do with it. There was a Raiders stat. I remember
yeah, it
a
was
Raiders
like
stat.
a Rapiner or something.
Yeah, and like a 1
well,
to
this
12
one was
or
Manly
something.
Raiders game. I don't know if it was that same game.
Maybe that's what it
Or did he
was.
send 3 for the same game? I'm not
Nah,
sure.
I don't think it was that.
But whatever it was, anyway.
It was 2,940 into $11,025 DCE. Anytime
Scored
try
with-
scorer paying $3.75, and it was off the fucking arsiest thing you've ever seen.
Oh,
fucking
bro.
thing of all
Like,
time.
and he almost could have not grounded it. Like
Yeah.
it was like this.
So it was like a bomb to the fullback who would have been the fullback for the other team, right?
yeah, Savage or something.
Yeah,
like that.
He's
Savage or
mistimed it.
Strange.
He's just let it go. It's bounced back like it this way, and then he's gone to clean up, and another Manly person's gone to clean up. They've both missed it again, and then Cherry Evans just comes and slides,
Swooping through,
just
yeah.
Slides in, that's
through
right.
it.
Slides in for it.
Yeah.
Oh my
and that,
god.
And that happened like 20 minutes into the first half,
Yeah.
bro. And like I'm pretty sure it was like pizzling rain.
It
as well,
was.
which-
I was in your poon. You were in your poon.
And I just hated it. I was like, oh, this is not going to.
You were so off it, and I'm just going. I remember I fucking rallied the both of you, and I said, "Cunts,
Yeah.
we are fucking putting this on." Steve, put the fucking bet on.
Yeah, I was 70%.
Yeah, you were
there.
70% there. He was not there at all.
And,
No.
and
I-
once I think one of you said something along the lines of like,
It's not
"Boys,
our money.
It's not our money." Like we
yeah,
started.
you
with,
said it's not your money, and then I said, "Would you be more upset if we said this and it got up and we lose, or
And we
we
did-
don't get on it?"
yeah.
or if we fucking put it on and it doesn't get up. And
And I think I said I'd be more upset if like we didn't put it on and say we didn't and then it hits. I'd be that pissed.
and then the next week we put it on something and we lose it all.
Exactly. Yeah.
So it went the way it was meant
And
to
once
go.
I decided, I'm like, yep, right, boys, let's just do it. And
Get
I
around
decided
it.
in my head, I was like, then I got keen. I was like, oh, I actually reckon it might hit.
Yeah.
So it was, it's just the funny tales of gambling.
And then
boys.
I was watching it at the bar, talking to my secchi. He went over. I ran out into the back car park, was just screaming, fuck yes. And then I rang Jared, the paint man, and
Rang me.
Lowy, and they were in Airlie Beach, funnily enough.
Oh, that's right. That was the early trip.
Shut the bar at midnight and boosted the whole way there. And
God,
then
what a time.
kicked on till 10 in the morning. We were the first cunts at Magnums.
That's right.
Fucking, we were just on an absolute heater. Funnily enough, I ended up winning like another $4,000
I
over
swear
that.
you went to Townsville that weekend as well. Just
yeah.
kept shooting on.
Yeah, because we
So
ended up
red
going
hot
to the
cunt.
cast.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I cleaned up on the pokies in early, cleaned up at the castle. I walked out of the castle with like $2,500 up there.
So
And then,
amazing.
Drove,
Yeah.
And it was a long weekend, I think it was. Drove home on the Monday
Yeah, that's right.
from Townsville.
Because I remember you were still reviewing chicken and on
Yeah,
Sunday and early. Yeah.
yeah.
Fuck me, man.
What a time.
boys, we're pretty much getting up to like some modern stuff
Yeah,
now.
look,
so like,
I mean,
that was a pretty great trip down memory lane.
Memory
So,
lane.
you know, to summarize who was our only guests were Benny Barber. I know we missed the Bob boys. They were just local lads, and then Chicken. So really only like 2 high profile guests in the 100 episodes, which maybe at the start of our journey, I thought we would have had more, but I think I think I liked where we got to where the show is this, and then it's just a nice to have if we get someone on. That's me personally.
Well, I mean, we've all got connections into, like personally with Munster and Benny Hunt, Harry Grant, fucking, we could
make more of an effort.
To get all these guests. Even fucking DC early on saying that his cousin's like best mates with fucking Jack Della Maddalena and fucking like we've got all these avenues to fucking source these guests, but I think where we decided on getting the brand was we need to be established first, and we need to be a well polished show.
And we need
before we're trying to go.
And
to
we
that
need to have a
level.
tone, and that was the best feedback I think I got. Talking to a few people that listen to the chicken.
The show
episode.
needs to stand for something like that.
Yeah.
The brand needs to stand for something before we source. Like
And talking
these
to a few
guests.
people that listen to the chicken episode, they were like, "Yeah, like you interviewed him in your way, like
Yeah,
you know what I mean."
exactly,
So I was
yeah.
like, "Oh, that's cool." Like
It's more about the stories and just a more of a comic sort of fucking
approach.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Than a full blown. Whereas, see, when we did Benny Barber, we were going through and
His whole
going, you
career.
played fucking junior footy here and you fucking
We were
did
just
this."
imitating how other pods are structured.
Yeah.
Which, if we had a time over, we should just get Benny back on.
Bro,
again.
Benny back on.
100%, because
we
there'd be
said-
a lot different
'cause I
episode.
think from memory, man, we said at the end, like, let's do it again one other time. I'm
Yeah.
pretty sure something long, unless that was off air.
Because
but-
he said,
No, 100%. Let's get him in
He said-
pre-Bulldogs fucking
Yeah.
season.
he said we could ask anything.
Business development management.
some
Yeah, well, that's
rogue
the,
shit.
that's
You're like-
the Patreon episode, cunt.
No,
$1,000
but he
to
like
fucking buy in.
he said like he'll talk about fucking stories about fucking getting on it, fucking like whatever.
Yeah.
Like,
Well, I don't want to burn any current bridges, but no, let's get him on again. BDM, get the fucking nice card out. Yeah, sponsor him down, claim it back on tax. Fuck yeah.
Is he still in Mackay?
He is still in Mackay, yeah.
Nice.
Yeah,
You need to
because
make
he
the
was
trek
going to
up.
Cairns or
Eat him
something.
in early.
and then- yeah,
No, he went up to
That's a
Cairns,
great
played that
idea.
footy comp, won that comp, fucking
Yeah.
come back down to Mackay. I actually think he's just was in another grand final winning team at local Mackay level. So he's just got that skill about him. He just carves up.
Yeah, let's get him to
Wherever he
early.
goes.
Let's get him early.
Yeah, I want to
That
get
can
him
be
to
our
early.
Chrissy party.
That's a great fucking idea.
That's our Chrissy party.
Yes.
I'm going to
I
message
love
him
that.
after this and say, "We bro, keen just to do another ep. We just went back in time and
Yeah. And we're doing a
so-
Christmas party in Airlie. What a fucking come be a part of it, baby.
Yeah, fuck yeah.
He'd be down for that.
Oh,
But,
yeah.
But boys, love yous.
Yeah.
Couldn't have asked for better podcast guests. So just love rocking up every week, doing the pod, and we'll see where we keep going as we keep doing eps.
And since we're getting all fucking
emotional.
Now, yeah. Well, this would be nothing without you, bro. So
cheers, bro.
No,
because like even you sitting back here after each week, fucking till 10, 11 o'clock at night, doing up all the fucking editing and the overlays and shit like that. Jack just goes home to his fucking grandma's, and I have to make the fucking 40-minute drive back to the beach. But yeah, this would be nothing without you, man. So,
yes,
yeah.
no.
Thanks,
I
boys.
think we've maybe even mentioned it before when Brando wasn't here once, but I say it to everyone like the show would be nothing without you, Brandon. Like,
Thanks, Jack.
you keep us very, very accountable to fucking loose units that can't fucking string a sentence together, or be on time for anything, or follow anything up.
I'm always on time.
Yeah, but you can't follow anything up. Okay, I was getting there to your fucking downfall. Okay, but Brandon, yes, you are the spine of the show. You keep everything together. You're very fucking accountable.
It works well because
It does.
Like
It's a
one
dynamic.
structured person, one unstructured loose unit,
and one like half
and then
not.
you're like, 1 foot in, 1 foot out,
One foot in, one
of
foot out, yeah.
both of those.
And also shout out Lexi for coming on for the last.
Shout out to the intern for the last 50. Oh, it's probably not been 50, but
How many episodes?
I reckon at least
25?
20 or plus.
I reckon 2025, 100%.
Because man, he
2025.
Yeah, 2025. Well, we bought the camera when we did the 10
10,000,
days,
yeah.
second
and he
camera,
came on
yeah.
pretty much after the second
Yeah.
camera.
Yeah, I think we got it. We played around with it. Then it was like, all right, who's driving it? And then
Yeah.
no, appreciate that, Alex,
There was
bro.
only
because
one
like
man
he
for the
gets
job.
he gets nothing out of this. I mean,
Well, he
neither
will.
technically do
He
we
will.
at the moment.
Yeah, I
but-
know, but he will.
Yeah, no, he
Yeah,
will.
and so
yeah.
will we.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a very long play for Lexi.
Yeah,
like.
yeah.
But no, appreciate you, brother. It's
I
just,
like that.
it doesn't happen without you either. So
Give him some equity.
yeah,
Dilute the share pool.
Dilute
but
the share pool.
yeah. Fourth
he can be
director.
Eduardo Saverin in the social network. His shares get diluted to 0.0.
How much were your shares diluted?
Yeah.
How much were yours?
It wasn't. How much were your shares diluted down to? 0.03%.
You made a bad deal as the business head of a company.
Righto. Nah, thank you, boys. And we'll go back to normal structure next week. But that was nice taking a little trip down memory lane there.
Yeah.
eh?
Cheers to 100, and here's cheers to 100 more.
Cheers, boys.
Cheers, boys.